That's how the live stream's gonna start. There's no one in here. It's just us talking to each other while we sit next to each other.
What we do every day.
Now did you like it? I'm gonna like it. Now we got 2 likes and 2 viewers.
Yeah,
we're killing it, bro.
Oh, there's my notification.
So it started. You got the notification.
I get corns when they're previewed, when they're 30-minute previewed.
I think I was a little bit before 30 minutes.
Well, whatever they set them up for.
So you got the notification when it went live, but not when I posted that I was gonna be on. And hey, now there's 3 likes. So
and it just took me to an ad.
Good, you should watch an ad. Don't skip it. That's that's like 3.5 pennies.
Skip.
I'm gonna make non-skippable ads in every video, and you guys can thank Dave for that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's 4 people in here now. Look at that.
6.
Rocking and rolling. Wait for some folks to filter in while Dave and I talk shit to each other. You guys are welcome to say hi. You can say hi.
Right. Bunch of stalkers.
I think that a lot of them watch on devices that they can't say hi on. I know Ben and Kimmy do that. A few other people I know, they're like, oh, we're watching on the TV. I'm not gonna talk to you. What's up, Sam? Welcome to the chat, bro. Now you're number 1. You got the crown. You got most of the XP. Dave had it a second ago, but now you've got it. As the title says, I am going to be doing a unboxing of a care package I got off of my wish list, and it's definitely going to make my life a lot easier. Still haven't gotten that propane adapter yet, so I'm really hoping it comes soon. It was ordered before this stuff, so I don't know where it is, but hopefully it shows up soon. Could really use the propane right now, but in any case, what's up, Mischief? What direction is the smoke moving?
Not east.
Yeah, not this way. It was here the last 2 days. In fact, the first day we got so socked in. We're right at the bottom of the mountain, and the mountain was a silhouette. You couldn't see it. It was just a silhouette of a mountain. It was very smoky. That morning, Dave woke up and he's like, I smell fire. And I was like, really? And he's like, yep. And then a couple hours later, it was just smoky as shit outside. And then yesterday was also pretty smoky. Not as bad. It started clearing out. But today is our first sunny day we've had.
The wind's been blowing west all day long.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn and hit us again. What's up, Greg? Welcome to the chat, dude. I'm about to pack this up while we hang out. And then I'll do the unboxing. And as most of you know, my last inverter, took a giant greasy shit on me. So basically, that day was the day that my awning, so the wind caught my awning, and the heavy roller bar rolled up on my roof and smashed a bunch of the plastic on the roof, the vents and everything. And now I've got a tarp duct taped over that vent so it doesn't rain on me, right inside of the house. And after that happened, I was and I fixed everything up best I could. After that happened, I was like, you know what, I need a win for today. And I've been meaning to move the inverter from inside of the van to the RV. So I did that, hooked everything up, and it was working just fine. And I was like, score, win. I needed that win. I needed that win that day because I just had a loss with that. That awning was annoying. In any case, so I woke up the next day and the inverter didn't work at all. Not at all. The batteries were full, but it didn't work. So I've been having power problems ever since. Basically, I'm basically power starving all the time. I've got 2 of these Jackery batteries and some solar panels that I have outside that I alternate them. One day, one the next day, one the next day, one the next day. So in the evenings I have enough power, but during the day I'm just hanging out. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is what I've been tinkering with the last few days and why I'd really like to have more power. I don't know how many of you are techie or how many of you aren't, but all of this is a little mini PC. This is a Raspberry Pi right here. And then that's my router. And then that's my hard drive. So all of this together runs my server. Alright, so this is running my movie server. This is a Raspberry Pi. and it's an ad blocker for my entire network. And then this is my router, my whole network, and all of this is running off of this. And I'll show you if I turn this on right here, and you'll see the computer fire up. No, it's not bad. That's just the RV. And then the router turns on, the Raspberry Pi turns on, and the whole network is now up and running. What that does is it lets me access that server library. I've showed you guys it a few times. I've got all those movies and TV shows. So if I come over here, let me if I come over here, you can actually watch anything on that hard drive up in that cabinet on this screen using a Chromecast, Google Chromecast. So that's what I've been tinkering with. That's the most efficient way for me to run my servers, for me to watch TV, is have everything running up there. All of that turned on only takes like 50 watts. Like 50. So I could watch anything on that hard drive on any device, on my phone, on this Chromecast. I could watch it over at Dave's house. Just use, as long as you're on my network. Now let me catch up on comments. Hey, yo, what's up, Winters? Greg says they're getting a tropical depression now, eh? Where are you at? Where are you at that you're getting a tropical depression? And why are you so sad?
South Carolina.
Don't be so sad.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Made my parcel arrive at the post office today. 10:30 a.m. Australia. I'm slowly becoming human. Well, good morning. Good morning from down under. Do you really get proper watts from your solar panels? I love the idea, but I charge up on generator because sun is fickle. So that depends on where you are in the world, how much sun you get. But what I will say about solar panels, when you say proper wattage, if you get a 100-watt solar panel, you'll never get 100 watts out of it. That number happens in the perfect conditions, meaning direct sunlight, not too hot, not too cold.
Proper angle of the panel.
Yeah, the angle of the panel, direct sunlight. Nothing in the atmosphere clouding anything. No clouds, no haze, no jack shit. So you can expect maybe 80 watts out of a 100-watt panel. And that goes industry-wide. That's every panel is going to have that issue. They just give you the,
Even the temperature lowers the wattage.
Yeah, even the temperature. It's got to be the perfect temperature, everything.
Yeah, because temperature equals heat equals resistance.
So, I like blueberry pie. What's up, Jay? I like blueberry pie too. So that whole system runs on 110 on AC power. But the first thing I'm going to show you that I unboxed, I'm actually probably not the most excited about it, but pretty close to it. This is a 12-volt outlet. And the vast majority of the things that I use are 12 volt. I don't do a whole lot of 110 stuff. My computer, that little PC, it runs off of 110. But here we go. Here it is. Oh, it also comes with some fuses. So that's gonna start the next fire when we have a campfire. It's got this little sleeve over it. Okay. Oh, it's already got the 3M tape. I don't know if I'll even use that, but maybe. But what this is it's a bunch of 12-volt plugs. So I could wire it right into the system on the RV, and there's a negative and positive bus bars right underneath my butt right now. So I could wire this in. The other side, it's got like 20 foot, 10 foot of cable, and then negative and positive rings. So I could, and it also will give me the volts on this readout right here. So it'll show me how much is in the system. Plus it has 2 USB there, and then USB 3.0 on that side. Which I don't know why they would do 3.0. I mean, I know it's a faster charge, but it's also mainly made for data. I don't know why they would do data on that, but this is going to be pretty handy because, you know, like the cigarette outlets, a lot of my stuff, like I said, is not AC power, it's DC power. The next thing is another DC outlet, but this one's like more permanent. You'd have to put it together, you have to put it into your, like build it into a wall, essentially, like a spot for everything to like be red. And I don't know where that's gonna be yet. I was actually considering right here, right above the mirror, because I've got some dead space right there, and it would also have some 12-volt outlets. So maybe we've got this ledge right above the mirror, and maybe that ledge up there can become my next charging station. Gonna have to piece this one together and wire it in and cut holes and stuff, but this one will be really handy too. Something else I'm really excited about, which I've needed this for a hot minute, but I've never actually bought it for myself. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to open it up right now. Once I find a knife.
You do your dishes.
I just did my dishes, but these knives are closer. Alright. I should pretend like I cut myself. Dave's over there giggling at me. There we go.
I'm laughing with you, bud.
Alright. This one... This is the power supply for something I've been carrying around for years. Fucking like 3 or 4 years ago, somebody gave me a cell phone signal booster, and the only thing it was missing was the power supply. And I just never bought myself the power supply to set it up. But here it is. 12-volt power supply. I can wire right into the system and install it into this. I've got the antenna for this out in the van. But I just never bought myself the power supply. That's all I've needed this whole time. So I'll have to figure out a spot in the RV for this and a spot to mount the antenna. Run the wires. But I am pretty excited about that. I genuinely don't know who sent these things. It all came in one package. So whoever you are, thank you. I have a suspicion, but who knows, you know what I mean? Like, I was wrong once before, but we don't talk about that. Okay, I can't lose these little fuses. And now I'm just getting surrounded by like garbage, and that's stressing me out, so I'm gonna hit this. The cell phone signal booster is gonna be cool. This is an over-the-road WeBoost signal. I've never used it before, but this is like, these are like $500, dude. Right. Somebody just gave it to me. And then last but not least, in fact, definitely not least, is my inverter. The last inverter crapped out on me, dude. And I still don't know why. But this is the new inverter with the updated display panel.
That's fucking cool.
From Renergy.
That one's cool. See, I could have bought that one. Yours has got, that one's got 3 plugs on the front.
And it has 3 outlets on the front. My other one has 2.
Mine only has 2.
Yours only has 2.
And it's got the old on-off, it's just a box with an on-off button.
Yours is?
The remote box.
Oh yeah. That's all the other one is too. I've still got that remote.
Shit, you might be able to sell it for like $20 on eBay.
Maybe.
I can post it on my eBay page if you want. Try to sell it for you.
I might take you up on that.
pay for shipping and all that shit. So whatever you make minus the fees.
Yeah. You can pay the fees for me, right?
No.
Fucking rude.
I'll do it for you straight across. But you're gonna pay all the fees.
He's like, I'm not gonna lose money helping
But
you.
you won't. You don't have to pay. It comes out of the proceeds, so you don't pay anything up front.
Here's the remote right here. You know how I know?
Because it says remote control.
It says remote control. You're right.
You're fucking genius.
Okay, Renergy. It definitely has a Renergy feel to it.
That's
Oh, it's got the on-off for the whole inverter and for the load section.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I have currently, to turn the load on and off, I was having to use the app.
The load.
So, on the charge... Actually...
Yeah, that's not for charge control.
Oh, I bet you're right. I bet you that's just the light for the... I'm a dingleback.
It might be display light.
Yep. Yeah.
But
it definitely has like a Renergy
bro.
feel to it.
Happy.
The right colors. Looks like just it's an old like phone jack to plug
Come on,
it in.
get out of there. Come on. Come
Same
on,
as
shit.
the last
Out.
one. Yes, you can hear him yelling at his dog, but his dog's deaf and senile. We call him President Roomba. Oh, I do have so much chat here. What's the weird red fin thing? Oh, this is this thing. Yeah.
Zig does have a generator, but he needs an adapter to fill the propane tank so that we can run it.
So this thing is a cell phone signal booster. It's the fins are just heat sinks. That's all they are, because this thing will get hot. But it's to boost your cell phone range. There's an antenna that you attach to it. I would mount on the roof or somewhere, and then the antenna plugs into this box, and then it goes into a transmitter, and the transmitter rebroadcasts that cell phone signal in your house or whatever. So then your cell phone, you just have better range. It's a better antenna. So you'd be able to go out farther and have more signal. And since my cell phone is my sole use of the internet, basically, a cell phone signal booster is going to be really handy.
Yeah.
This is to plug the controller in.
Yeah.
So that's like...
It's just a Cat 6 cable. Cat
That's like 10 feet of cable there.
Cat 5, Cat 6.
Might even be lower than that, dude.
It's just a regular phone plug, Cat 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Cat 4, I think.
And then here's how you hook it up. These wires right here, which cool thing about these is that's interesting. These are way thinner than the last ones I sent me.
Mine were fat.
Yeah, these are way thinner than the last ones I sent.
I don't know if I'd trust that skinny of a cable.
I'm not going to use these cables. You guys, these are not thick enough for 2,000 watts. I'm not using these. But the good news is I've already got cables hooked up, waiting to go.
Yeah.
That the last one was
Why
hooked
would
up in.
Renergy do that?
This is wild. And it says electric safety on the fucking front. This is for like 750 watts, not 2,000. This is crazy. What gauge is this?
Like fucking...
That's like
8.
That's insane. Dude, I
Yeah,
use
you
battery
should-
cables,
yeah,
like
you-
double lot
Yeah,
zeros.
0 or double 0.
I think what I have in there is 2 gauge, but there's 2 of them that are on the same, line.
Oh, you have 0 that are in 2 strands.
Maybe they're zeros. They're the zeros or 2s, but
Yeah, the shit.
this is not thick enough,
The
dude.
shit on my fucking inverter
I'm-
is as thick as a nickel.
I am genuinely surprised that Renergy sent such thin.
I wire my panels with that.
Yeah,
Not-
my panels have 10 gauge.
I think my panels are done with 8.
Mine are done with 10. I think these are 8. I don't think they're 6.
No, that's too thick.
That is crazy to me. Does it say? It doesn't say the gauge on them anywhere. Oh wait, does it? I'm so fucking old, you guys. Oh, it just says 1/16. That's not
How
helpful.
thick is 6 gauge?
That blows my mind. Renergy, that's quality control. Thankfully, I don't need a replacement over it.
6 gauge is about 4.1 millimeters. That's about what that is. It looks like about 4 millimeters.
All right. There she is. That's where you hook it up on the back with the wires that they sent, which I would not use these. I'm glad I know what I'm doing, because this Renergy, dude, come on, you could start a fire like that. What are you talking about? At the very least, it's going to make the whole inverter inefficient because the wires are so hot. Even if it doesn't start a fire, but still. 12 volt DC, 120 volt AC, 3 outlets. That's cool. I didn't have 3 outlets. It's still got the USB port right there. This is for an AC system that, like, if I could figure that out,
That's got a pass through on it.
It's not a pass through. That's to wire in the AC outlets on my RV to turn it into an onboard. But I don't know. It literally says on the description that it's the professional outlet. So get a professional, and that is actually a little bit above my knowledge.
That's where the fuse panel would get wired into.
This is what it should be wired into. That, not this.
Right.
But this is what it is currently wired into in the
See, on mine, that box on the front
is your pass
is
through.
my pass through.
Yeah. Oh, it's also got. That's interesting. That's new. So it has the USB there, but I've never seen it have a Type C 30 watt.
That's cool.
30 watt Type C. That'll definitely be handy.
That's the phone.
30 watts. That's enough to like run a laptop if you had a laptop that did, you know, charged by Type C, or like a single board computer like that Raspberry Pi. The new ones, they take about that much power.
From dead, my tablet charges.
It's also skinnier.
It's super small.
Dude, it's way smaller than my last one.
Super small compared to mine.
My other one's right here. I'll go grab it.
Look, my 2000 watt is massive compared to that. That would have been so much nicer.
Dude, yeah, look how much bigger this is.
Yeah, mine's fucking huge like that.
Alright, Renergy. Here's what you were doing. Let's see if I can lift these both up at the same time. Dave's got it. And here's what it is now. A little bit, yeah, that much bigger.
Here, you hold them.
That much bigger. Or smaller. So they've shrunk it down quite a bit. That's actually cool because I am working in a tight space. This is going to get mounted.
Oh, the other thing mine does is it has switchable from 60 hertz to 40 for.
Oh, that's cool. This one won't do
for
that.
AC/DC.
I doubt this one will do that.
So when you plug into shore, you switch it from 60 to 40.
But it could be something on the display.
Maybe.
Or the remote control, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, the other USB port's 18 watts, but that 30 watt C port is going to be great. But that's quite a bit smaller, dude, than this one.
The weight's different too, huh?
This is a lot heavier than this one. This one's much lighter.
Damn.
This one also mounts on the front and back. You see the flange?
Oh, yeah.
The flange is on the front and back.
That's weird.
This one, the flange is on the side. But this also, you know, hard, dude, it like is...
Yeah, I had to use a long bit.
Yeah, because this is the mounting flange, right? This is what you would mount it right here to a wall or something. But if you look, the fins, these heat fins on the side are almost flush with it. So it was a pain in the ass to get, like, you need a really long, skinny drill bit. But honestly, this one looks like it'll be about the same problem.
A 30,000 milliamp battery is 30 amps.
30 amps.
That's what Sam was saying, that they got a all-in-one cheapo, and it has a 30,000 milliamp battery.
Yeah, that's 30 amp hours.
Yeah, 30 milliamps is 30 amps.
Yeah, 30 amp hours.
Which is nothing.
Yeah, that's not very much. I have a battery pack right here that's 60,000 milliamp hours. This thing right here.
Yeah.
It's running this thing runs my Google Chromecast. But yeah, 60,000 milliamp hours. Sorry, yeah, not 80, but 60. So 60 amp hours in that thing. And then my van has 200 amp hours. So that would be like what? 2 million milliamp hours?
200,000.
200,000. And then this RV also has 200 amp hours.
Same thing on my camper.
Dave has 200 amp hours. Now I'm just surrounded by stuff. And Dave also has a chore to do today.
gotta give the guy a little tutorial on how to change a plug.
So as many of you know, Dave melted his power cord not too long ago. Well, Dave didn't do it, but the heat did it. And we're going to fix it on chat today, on stream. Let's see. Okay, that's a cell booster. Yeah, they good, but possibly semi-illegal in Australia. It pulls the general signal from others. No, it doesn't like... That's not how the signal works. It's not like you suck up all the signal and no one else can use signal. Everyone gets signal evenly. It all depends on how good the antenna is in your phone. So the better your antenna is, the farther out from that tower that you can get signal. So it's I don't know if it's legal in Australia. I don't know why it would be.
It just makes you become more visible to the network.
Yeah, and you just have a better antenna. That's
right.
Yeah, just like an antenna like you would watch TV with. If you have a better one, you can reach towers that are farther away broadcasting their signal. That's really all it is. So I can get farther out into the woods and still get signal. But if there's zero coverage in that area, you're not going to get signal.
You have to have at least one bar.
You have to have at least one. If you have one bar of 5G, this will give you full bars. More solid state, less heat draw. Dude, yeah, with solid state. Yeah, that is what we need. If I had $100,000,
I think that's what he's saying. There's more solid state in this one. That's why it's
in this? Is that what you're talking about?
And there's less draw.
They've definitely
something got improved.
They've definitely improved it. I like that they've added the Type C on the front, and that's 30 watts because that'll run. That's a pretty hefty fucking C. See, I don't even know if any of my C.
I can barely pick that one up like that.
I don't know if any of my C cords can even handle 30 watts. So, to be honest with you,
I had one, but it died.
I have one, but it's broken.
Came with my tablet. My tablet is so in my super fast charger, my tablet will charge in 30 minutes from dead. My phone, an hour from dead.
These covers are even a little different. That's actually going to be a little annoying. They've like put the bolts in this
opposite?
little. Well, not opposite, just the way that these bolts are.
No, yeah, they're opposite.
Yo, I know they're opposite, but that's not what bugs me.
Yeah, mine have those.
It's going to be this that bugs me.
Mine have those cards. Is that a plastic nut?
Yeah, it's a plastic nut. That's going to be hard to tighten because they've limited the size of the...
I got a socket.
They've limited the size of the socket you can use.
I got quarter.
It's like, no, use this socket no matter what. That's unfortunate.
I got quarter drive you can use.
Thankfully, I have... Maybe that's why they have thinner wires. Maybe because it's more efficient.
Well, that's what... And it's doubled up, too. Is the wire doubled?
No.
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. So they're thinner, but my other ones are doubled up, too. The ones that are on there.
But they're fat ones.
Yeah.
I would just go with those.
These are still pretty skinny. I'll just use the ones that are already wired in.
Yeah.
If they fit.
That's to hook up to a new battery.
I mean, if the cables that I have wired in already, if they fit in this.
Oh yeah.
In the back of these, if it fits, then it ships. Otherwise, I will have to swap them. But I think my other problem would be is these posts are going to be too skinny. Like they're not going to be thick enough posts for the post that is on the.
We can make them a little bigger.
Yeah, we'd have to drill them out.
That's not a big deal.
Definitely had to do that before.
That's not a big deal.
But I've already got wires hooked up. Hopefully they fit onto the back of this, and I can get my power going again in the RV. It worked for a day, dude, and it was wonderful. I was so stoked. So proud of myself. But Dave and I are going to take you outside. So first of all, big shout out to whoever the hell sent these care packages. And a big shout out to those of you who chipped in on Dave's power cord and this weed we're smoking, because we're not out of weed because of you guys. All the donations we got that day, we basically got his power cord situation taken care of. He hasn't fixed it yet, but we got the part.
We've been waiting.
And then the rest of the money, we just split the money and got weed with it.
We ended up getting an ounce and 2 carts.
Yeah, an ounce and 2 carts, which I have my cart now in this. I'm not a big cart fan, but it'll last me a lot longer than like that much money in flour would last me. Like this will last me a week or two. You know, if I bought that much weed, it would last me a joint or two. So hook up the inverter. You're welcome, bro. Was that you, Jay? Dude, Big shout out to you.
Hell,
And it's the fucking improvement to the last one, man. I am gonna hook this up. I'm also gonna this, I don't know if you caught the beginning of it, but I'm stoked about this. And I don't know, like, let me take these little like caps off. I don't know if you guys know, but if you live in a vehicle, everything you have is 12 volt. Everything. Except for my whole server up there. Everything that I have is 12 volt. My computer runs off 110. The microwave, I guess, runs off 110, but I'm not worried about that. That's for when you're on shore power. But everything else is off 12 volt, and this I can wire directly into my batteries, my solar. And it's got a fuse built into it as well.
and it's safe to 200 watts.
Yeah, it's safe to 200 watts, which that means I could charge my batteries because I have an outlet, or I have a 12 volt adapter to charge these big batteries, and I don't have to have the panels out all the time, which is what I'm doing now. The batteries are on like a alternating schedule with each other. Right now the little one's out because the big one's in here, and tomorrow the big one will be out there and the little one will be in here. Unless I get this inverter going, and then everything can come in.
Move your panels to the side before you go to bed so you catch that morning sun, because this thing's in the shade until fucking 1 o'clock.
I just don't want them to be like on this side and then get stolen.
I think if someone was gonna rip us off, that shit would have happened already. We've been here fucking going on a week. Tomorrow will be a week.
Glad someone's keeping schedule.
Huh?
I said I'm glad someone's keeping schedule how long we've been here.
I'm just saying.
I haven't been keeping tabs on how many days it's been.
I'm just saying. We've been here long enough for someone to know that we've been here for a minute.
I don't think that's an issue out here. You saw the other spots.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. No one has fucked with us at all.
Even though we are going to start telling people we're the camp hosts, and we're going to start charging them money to show up and stay here.
And then an extra $1.50 an hour an extra $1.50 to use the toilet.
What's up, Fart Sack? Long time no see. Yeah, this also means I can charge my fan. I got 2 fans in here that I recharge off of 12 volt. Basically everything, dude. Everything that I have is 12 volt except for my server.
Yep, same thing in my camper. All my fans are 12 volt, well 5 volt. But
Yeah, when you live in a vehicle and that's the system that your vehicle provides is 12 volt, you figure it out, man. Like
it's not hard to do.
Yeah, you figure out how to make things work with 12 volt. It's just harder to find. It's harder to find appliances and shit like that. Like, you have to go to truck stops or Amazon.
You can get 12 volt crock pots. You can get 12 volt frying pans. You can get 12 volt fucking
when you switch it from
toaster ovens.
When you switch things from 12 volt to 110, it takes energy to do that. So it's not as efficient as just getting a 12 volt crock pot or something. The funny thing is, when you have your coffee pot at your house and you plug it into the wall at your house, that's AC power going into your coffee pot. But inside of your coffee pot, that thing changes it. Sorry, the dog got caught on some of this unboxing garbage. When the AC power goes into the coffee pot will change it to 12 or to DC power, from AC to DC, in order to make it usable power. Pretty much all your appliances run off 12 volts already, but we move electricity with AC.
Those little black boxes you plug into your wall are little mini tiny converters.
So we don't have to, yeah, exactly. Like from the wall, it goes through a cord and goes through a box.
Yeah, like the black box on your Wheelers thing.
On this.
That was an inverter.
Yeah, well.
That one's probably an inverter.
I don't know.
It's going 12
It's already 12 volt.
But yeah, this might be random.
Anyways, most of these boxes, when it like plugs into the wall and then plugs into your computer, that box is changing it from AC to DC power. Same with pretty much every appliance that uses DC. I don't use AC that much, so you guys have to change AC to DC in each appliance. Your TV does it, but for me, I have to change it from DC to AC, and then when I plug it into the inverter, then inside of like the TV, it turns it back into DC in order to make it usable power.
Yeah, my air fryer does take a lot from my system.
Yeah.
But it's also 800, 900 watts.
Every time you change power from one type of power to another, there is some energy loss. There is no lossless energy transfer. Like, you always lose some energy in that transfer.
Yeah, every now and then you gotta have fried chicken or French fries or something.
I could buy a cigarette to a small plug hole adapter. Toasters and air fryers are battery killers. Yeah, anything that creates heat. Toasters, air fryers, electric heaters, anything that creates heat, or an AC. An AC is also creates heat. Technically, is how that happens. Um, but those take up a lot of energy. Also, those are pretty high demand. Even a microwave is a pretty high demand appliance too. So
Yeah, that takes up a good bit of power too.
yeah, we've got a shop back in here. When I wire this up, I gotta clean out the dust from the last guy. You want to work on your cord?
Yeah, you're gonna be in real quick.
Yeah, you want some food? Are you hungry?
Come on.
Come on, Zach.
Panels down.
Oh no, my panel's filled. See, maybe you should just lay them flat. What is this at? Yeah, 34% because they were folded up.
Like that, laying flat. That's how it is.
Yeah, I didn't get any. Hey, get off there.
Come on,
Come
Happy, come on.
There we go. There we go. Now it's getting juice.
That trailer's towing Harleys.
Oh, it's towing Harleys. I knew it had toys in it.
Hella expensive ones.
We got some neighbors, but most of the parking lot's empty for us. And as you guys can see, we still at the mountain. Look at that. That's where we are.
Happy, come on.
It's blurry, isn't it? Why is this so blurry? Because it's so far away. That's like the biggest piss jug I've ever seen. You guys ever seen a piss jug that big? You guys ever seen Dave's stickers? He's got stickers all over this thing. It's funny too, because this sticker, that's where I grew up. Well, not grew up, but I graduated high school from right outside of that town right there.
Happy, come here.
Warning, no stupid people. That's why I'm staying outside.
Come here.
Yep, his son's a... And of course, you gotta ask. Sometimes, you know, it's just all about asking. What's that? To see your wiener. Oh. He's got more stickers all over the place. Yeah, Sam, those power stations don't have a very big battery, so when you generate heat with them, it's going to take up a lot of that energy. I wouldn't run a toaster. I just use propane for that personally. But here's Dave's plug right there, and then there's the new one that we got courtesy of you guys. I don't remember how much it was. It was like $40 or something.
Yeah, I think it was less than that. A little bit less than that. Yeah, so here's what happened.
Zig, I randomly saw... Oh, what's up? Yeah, that's loose. I showed them that last time.
Burnt.
Zig, I randomly saw last Blockbuster Bend, Oregon in a van tour video yesterday. Yeah, we drove by Blockbuster the other day. I showed it to Dave. We didn't go in. But it is cool because that's a Blockbuster that I grew up going to. You know, that's like, I probably still owe them fees for not being kind and not reminding. But yeah, that's the Blockbuster I used to go like rent video games at. I'm making you all so shaky. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second, folks. Gave up. We're done. Just not gonna have generator power.
Oh shit! Loose connection. That'll
Yep.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Which one was it?
The black wire. That'll do it.
So yeah, loose connection is all it took, and this was professionally done also. So it just eventually things degrade,
Black, white, ground. Okay.
and that's the new outlet. Hopefully it fits. It'll fit. It'll fit in that little hole. This is all just held together with screws.
I'm gonna cut the wire back a little bit. Get new wire.
Yeah. Do you need a electric?
Okay. I just gotta get them out. Damn, should have brought a drill.
Did we disconnect the live power? This is how we connect the live power.
This gets connected to the live power.
Yeah, this is how he powers his house. Like, if you wanted to plug in your toaster that you're talking about, if this was his toaster, this is how he plugs it in. And it melted, so I'm gonna start calling. He had never named his camper. I think we just named it Toaster. Calling us a toaster. It is boxy, dude. It's a brave little toaster.
Right. Yeah, so there's no power. Look at that, came right off.
Yeah, that wasn't even connected anymore.
Yeah.
It's nice that you're using the right tools for this. I would have just grabbed like a butter knife.
Yeah.
Alright. Now all the wires are exposed. Now it's more broke, dude. Where you going? You give up? He quit, you guys. He's over it. He's just gonna plug those wires into the box.
Back out. Come on.
I'm trying to block the wind and not be in the sun too. What do you think, Zeg? Because I don't know if you guys would be able to hear the microphone with the wind if I was like not blocking it. What you think, good girl? You gonna help? He's going for a walkabout. President Roomba. He doesn't know where he's going. He's into a little circle first, huh?
Yeah, right on top.
Got a nice sharpener. And this is why we went to the hospital.
Safety third, it's on the back of the camper.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna complain to the union about this, or I asked him if he had the wire tools, and so he grabs a pocket knife and cuts towards his hand. You guys saw that right here live on Nomadic City. Oh, he even brought them. Jesus Christ, dude.
What?
Those are just fillers, aren't they?
Yeah. Insulation.
Insulation. In case the wire, we don't want the wires to get cold.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what purpose they serve.
Yeah, don't use that old shit.
Does there's like 30 feet of cord. That might not be long enough.
Here, grab the outlet.
That's gonna be a little bit longer. Wire's hard to twist. Definitely 30-year-old wire.
So we're just rewiring the outlet that we got the other day because the old outlet was melted. And no, the power isn't turned off because this is how you provide power to the toaster. If you want the toaster to work, you got to plug it into the wall. And this is how you plug it into the wall. Right here. So we're putting the new outlet on.
Yeah, there's no way I could grab a 30 amp 125 volt plug.
You could do it.
No
You just
way.
couldn't do it twice.
Yeah, once maybe.
Or you wouldn't do it twice.
And you better hope it let go of you.
Especially DC. Although this would be AC.
It shouldn't hurt, dude.
You definitely have some brain injury.
With like nothing to beat me off if beat me off the wires if the fucking wire the electricity grabbed you. Damn. Oh, that can's gonna get
You're doing great.
it won't fucking come undone.
Just finish cutting it. And this is why we went to the hospital. Not because he cut himself, but because he stabbed me.
This is the wire that was burnt. I wonder if it's just like melted to the fucking
Oh, to the wire further up. Dude, do that on the bead on your finger. What's wrong with you?
It's melted.
You got hot glue on. Bite it off with your teeth.
Wait a minute. That's not funny. Okay. Where did the... Oh, you grabbed it. Oh, and of course it's got different heads on it. Who the fuck uses flathead screwdriver?
Well, there's only two options for the most part. Does your RV have a kill power switch? Yeah, you just unplug it. If you unplug it, that kills the power. Whatever this is plugged into would likely have a breaker next to the outlet, so you could kill it. That'd be the cutoff switch. But this cord is how you plug in the toaster. So it has no power right now from AC. But he does have solar. Dave does have solar, and I'm sure he's got a battery disconnect switch on his solar.
Yes. 100%.
So now he's attaching the posts. And then we'll be done. Then you just plug it in that way. Be a man. That might blow all your breakers, bro. Authentic Oregon wind armor. Yep. Sandals and flip-flops. The official Pacific Northwest Oregon uniform.
That's the only thing I wear.
Is a hoodie, shorts, and flip-flops. That's how we're. And you can have a hat if you want. It's recommended, but you don't have to.
Right.
That's the Oregon uniform. And even though it's windy, it's pretty warm right now. That wind is probably the only thing making it not hot out at the moment. Oh, good. They got their safety shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
Aussie safety shoes or flip-flops. Safety third. Dropped it. On a real note, they're rubber soled. Mine are not. They're leather. Dave's are leather.
Yeah, mine are leather.
We're just going to die. But we're not working in with any live power right now.
Rubber sandals do not survive the desert.
None of this is live at the moment. Otherwise, Dave would already be on the ground. And I don't know if that would help with donations or if it would hurt my channel because I'd be laughing so fucking hard.
Live stream, so fucking electrical execution.
It would only be a nice, quick little shock. You know, alternating current you'd be able to let go of. If it was DC, I'd be worried.
You got that housing?
Yeah. DC is direct. That's the one that's hard to let go of.
I'm not sure which way goes down. Oh, I guess it's got to be this way, huh?
And then you just match up the holes.
Well, I'm putting them back in the way they came out.
Wear socks to dress formal.
You own socks?
I do actually own socks. I have a lot of socks. One of my favorite things is a brand new pack of socks.
Yeah, no, I can't deny that either.
Putting like a brand new sock on your foot. It's like a footgasm, dude. So I end up buying a lot of new socks, but not needing them.
I don't think I'm gonna need that little button.
Yeah, you're gonna wish you'd left that in there 2 years ago.
It wasn't even in there. It was in the plastic pack. Oh yeah, maybe I will. I'm not sure which ones were the new ones.
That's how I do mechanicking work too.
Well, it's got to be the slotted ones because I didn't take slotted ones out.
Or did you? Oh, yeah, you used Phillips.
This is a much better plug head.
Definitely an upgrade.
It feels like an upgrade. Figures factory shit.
Dude, what are you talking about? It lasted like 30 years.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's time, I guess. At least it didn't burn anything down, you know.
This time. Ooh, I should have slid that in all the way.
You still got some space there.
No, it's already tight.
Oh, like this is?
Yeah. No, I'm going to slide it all the way in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Start over. Oh, my hand's cramping.
Eat more bananas. $500. I'll film Dave eat a banana live on live stream.
I'll even kiss the tip for $500.
Oh, yeah, I'll cut you in on it. I'll let you have 10%.
Why do I feel like that's not going to close all the way?
It will. I'll give you $500 not to. Jeez.
Yeah,
All right, anyone got 1,000 to watch him eat a banana? We're gonna have a bidding war.
I don't have any bananas at the moment.
Yeah. Well, for fucking $1,000, I would drive into town to get you a banana. Just imagine what I would do for $100 grand. I would do some weird shit.
I'm out of here, dude.
I could buy new friends if you don't like it. That's fine.
Oh, I guess I should have made those can't keep up all the way too. Fuck.
All right, undo it.
I'm gonna go get my. I should go get my. I don't have a flat.
Jay says it's heat shrink.
No, it's not. It's the protective sleeve that was on the old plug.
Why don't you just pull it off?
Why?
The sleeve?
I wonder if I got a pair of ice grips I can pull over that.
I think I got some vice grips. Yeah, it didn't quite go out all the way. Now it's at an angle. Wrong angle. No bananas on the boat. That's because the submarine's already yellow. We all live in a yellow submarine. Dude, that looks like it has Down syndrome. This is what happens when I do stuff too. That is from the last cord. It's from the last cord.
Let's see if I can manually pull them up. Oh, no way.
Womp womp.
Yeah, back to the beginning. Should have paid attention. It's a lot of screwdrivering.
I bet y'all didn't know you'd be coming here to watch him screw so much.
Well, if I'd have paid attention. Oh, doesn't that feel good?
He's pretty convinced that it's heat shrink.
It's not, though, because it would have shrunk in the desert sun and shit. It's not heat shrink, it's just the sleeve that
It's definitely rubber. I know you can't feel it, but it's non-conductive rubber.
Those are all the way down.
And the last cord lasted 30 years.
I guess they were all the way down.
It didn't seem even. You know what I mean?
Right. They really can't go down any further.
I already pulled over. I can't pull over any farther.
He's got PTSD now. He'll be alright. Okay, take two.
Three.
Third time's the charm.
unscrew it.
I'm not doing it again.
Jobs that you think is gonna take 5 minutes end up taking all day. That's how my life is.
Well, it didn't look right.
It wasn't. Maybe it's better now. But they were definitely like off kilter. I held it up to the camera and said that it looked like it had Down syndrome.
It was missing. And the fucking stove did miss the sleeve.
Now we don't even have to talk about the sleeve anymore,
I'm pretty
you guys.
sure it's for when you're pulling the cord out. I don't know. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, it looks even. Yeah, it looks way better. Just need a little tap tap.
Sweet. Job done.
Today without electrical tape. Or 550 cord. Now you gotta clean up the parking lot.
Are you saving grass for scratch?
No, I'm not saving grass. I'm poor. I ain't a tweaker. I'm poor. I didn't spend my money on meth. Home sweet home. Home sweet home. Dave's probably gonna go eat now. He worked up an appetite. Can't see your comments because you're right directly in the sun. Come on, Zach. Load up. Oh, good doggos. Good doggos. Okay. So, that, Dave's outlet, his cord, was only made possible because of you guys. You know, it melted the other day, and we did a little fundraiser for it on the live stream, so because of you guys, now Dave can use his generator again. Because that's how he plugs into the generator. And because of me, inverter time. I'm going to install the inverter tomorrow. I'm not going to do this tonight. What I am going to do tonight, and I will live stream it. I'm going to live stream the inverter tomorrow. What I am going to do today is install this. But I'll do it after the live stream. So tomorrow you'll be able to see this installed. But I am pretty stoked about this, dude. This is going to be... Just tonight, my life's going to be way easier because of this thing. I got, like, everything runs off 12 volt. And the inverter... Thank you, big shout out, Jay. Is going to be coming in tomorrow, or maybe the next day I'll install this. But I'm going to have to clean all this out in here first. Or maybe I'll do an entire video. Maybe I'll do a whole video of us installing it. So... but right now I'm going to hang out with you guys and catch up on some comments. We can actually hang out. Say hi. Smoke a bowl together. What are y'all smoking on? Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys are burning. I got sold silicone tape for a use I can't use it for fucking, so I'll buy flex tape at the post office, see if it sticks. What are you trying to stick, bro? One recommendation I have nowadays for anything that you're trying to, it doesn't work for everything, but dude, Silkaflex 252 is a glue that you squeeze out of a caulking gun, and it's whatever you glue to this shit, it'll be permanently there. You're never getting it off. It's permanent. My solar panels are on the roof of my van, glued down with Silkaflex 252, and you know that van's gone, you know, highway speeds. Never been an issue. Silicone tape is, I don't know, silicone's not as strong as people think it is. Gaffer tape works fine. Run along top corner edge of caravan roof. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, for that stuff. There's actually, I've seen a few different types of tape that you can put on the edges of these that are like malleable almost, and it's like fucking solid. I don't remember what it is, but I've heard bad things about Flex Seal and good things about Flex Seal tape. I think that'd be a good idea now. People know how to install a plug, and I know how to install the inverter. Yeah, so I've done an inverter video before. I did my whole solar system I built in my van. I did that on live stream. So this time it'll just be installing an inverter. Everything's there. All I gotta do is connect these wires. Hopefully, that's how it starts. You're like, all I gotta do is connect these. The only concern I have is these are a new style. The inverter has been updated. Oop. And that's going forever. The inverter's got an upgrade since the last 2000 watt one, and this wire here hopefully will fit the ends I have from the old inverter. And I think that post might be a little skinnier than the last ones. So hopefully this washer will hold it on. And if that doesn't work, then we're going to solder the wires on. In any case, since this system's a little different, it might take a little longer to hook up, but I'm gonna stream it tomorrow for you guys. So yeah, you'll know how to hook up an inverter, but for specifically like knowing how to hook wires up to a battery, that's where this usually goes. This would usually go from these wires would go to the battery, right? And in between somewhere you would have a fuse. But these, since they're replacing the old inverter, everything's already built into the RV. You won't have to worry about any of that. Or at least I'm not going to do any of that. If you're going to build your own solar system, you're going to want to know these hook to the battery. Battery's 12 volt. This converts 12 volt to, or batteries are DC, and this converts DC to AC. So you can plug in household appliances or whatever. And then this box here, I'm not going to mess with this. But I do want to get that figured out because that can turn this inverter into an onboard inverter where I can wire in the AC outlets to the RV through that box right there and power all my outlets. Even the microwave, even the fridge. But I would much rather have a 12 volt fridge if we're being honest. I have a 25 amp breaker between, yeah, it'll be an inline fuse is what those are called. But this one already has all that set up. Battery disconnect, fuses, everything. So I just gotta, where the old inverter was, are the wires that the inverter was hooked to. So I unhooked those wires, wrapped them in electrical tape, and they're still there waiting for the next inverter. So that's where I'm at with that. Yeah, 250 amp breaker. Yeah, 250 amps is about what's recommended for 2000 watts. Even though that's like way higher wattage than 2000 watts. It's because the inverters spike. And they don't want to pop the breaker when it spikes. Like this thing says surge to 4000 watts, right there. So they usually, pretty much all your appliances will do that too. If your appliance says it's 50 watts, it'll surge to twice that. So like 100 watts is what the peak performance is. Usually when you turn something on, it goes and then levels out. So you can't put a breaker that's too small. What's Dave eating? Dave, what are you eating? Probably crackers. Because he's a cracker. Dave's a cracker. Yeah. Dave, did you steal that lighter back already? You did, didn't you? Stole Dave's lighter. I think he got it back. It's sine wave. Pure sine wave. That's actually, that's a good point, Mac. I didn't point that out, but it is pure sine wave. There's also something called modified sine wave. And then there are square wave inverters. Square wave inverter is what was in this RV before, was square wave. That's what I took out and replaced with the other one. Pure sine wave. So the best way I can explain this is if you have a cell phone, or if you have a laptop, or a Jackery battery, you do not want to charge it off of a square wave inverter. And square wave inverters, you'll know it's a square wave inverter because it won't say sine wave on it. It's not going to tell you it's square wave on the box, on the inverter itself, anywhere. It's just going to say a power inverter. But if it doesn't say pure sine wave, it's not pure sine wave. They're not going to advertise that it's square wave because if you were to plug in anything with an external battery, right, like a laptop or a cell phone or jackery or a speaker, it's going to damage the battery, and it won't do it right away, but it will do it over time till eventually you won't be able, that battery's destroyed. And I only know this because I started my journey traveling around, and I did this with my laptop. I had a square wave inverter I got from the truck stop, plugged into the cigarette outlet, and I ran my laptop on it all the time. And within like 2 months, 3 months, that laptop, I couldn't use it unless it was plugged in. The battery was completely toast. And that's what I ended up learning about sine wave, square wave inverters. So, you know, it'll last a while before you notice there's a problem with your battery, but eventually it will, every time you plug it in and use a square wave inverter, like from a truck stop, it'll shorten the life of your battery over time. That's why sine wave inverters are a little bit more expensive, but that's what you want to get. Now with the square wave inverter, you can run all kinds of things with it. Like a television doesn't have an internal battery you got to worry about. It might have a little memory battery in there, but like a fridge or a freezer, they're just motors. You know, a fan, a blender, things like that. These things don't have internal batteries, so you can run them on square wave all day long. It won't hurt it at all. But anything like a computer monitor is fine too. But anything with an internal battery, you want a pure sine wave. That's definitely the move if you're gonna do solar. I've been considering doing a RV, or not an RV, but like a Nomad Tech, a couple of Nomad Tech videos. I don't know if I'll do a whole channel of Nomad technology, but I'll show you something cool I've been working on. So right up here, I showed this at the beginning of the video, but this is kind of my pride and joy. Right up here, there's a mini PC I got for $60 off Facebook Marketplace. Runs Windows 11, which is the latest Windows out there. It's not 11 Pro, it's 11. And this has a bunch of servers loaded onto it. The main one is called Jellyfin, and it reads all the movies off of this hard drive right here, which this is a 4 terabyte hard drive. And it reads the movies off of it and puts them onto the server for me to watch on any device that's connected to this router. So this is my router, this is for my network. It's getting internet from my phone's hotspot, and it rebroadcasts it, and it connects all my devices to this. This up here, this is called a Raspberry Pi. This is also connected to this router, and it's connected wirelessly. This is connected through Ethernet. This is connected wirelessly, and right now it's got what's called a Pi hole running onto it. And a Pi hole is an ad blocker, and basically any ads that come into my network, if I'm like searching the web, I don't get any banners, I don't get any ads whatsoever. No cookies are downloaded at all. And I got this Raspberry Pi for $25. All the software on it is free. I downloaded it off the internet and set it up. With this is basically just a little home lab right here. And all of it currently is running off of this battery pack, including my Google speaker, which will control my Google Chromecast, so I can talk to my speaker, tell it to play a movie on my Chromecast, and I'm watching movies. But I've also got a whole bunch of movies on this hard drive right here. I've got 4 terabytes of TV shows, movies, running on this little system right here. I think altogether, this might have been the most expensive thing, is the hard drive, but memory is getting cheaper. Like I said, that was $60. This little Optiplex 9020 Ultra small form factor computer, and then this Raspberry Pi. This Raspberry Pi is also retro gaming. I can play Nintendo games on it. I can play Super Nintendo games, Sega, even some PlayStation 1s. I'm gonna be probably building that into a retro gaming system pretty soon, because I've already got the controllers for it. So I can play 90s video games right here in the RV. And this runs off of a Type-C outlet. You know, I just plug a cell phone You know, all of this together, let's see how many watts it takes. So this is the AC side, and that's running everything up there. It's 16 watts to run all of this, right? This side right now is got that connected, my speaker connected. And if you come over here, I know it's a little bit of a mess on the table because I tinker so much. But here's my Chromecast, and it's hooked into this screen that runs off of a USB-C. So it also takes no power. In fact, all of this over here is powered by this battery pack right here. And if I was to take the Chromecast controller and turn it on, you'll see I could go. I don't know how well you can see the screen. I'm doing my best here. I move my root beer, zoom in maybe. Right here is an app right there called Jellyfin. That's the server that I'm running. So if I was to connect to Jellyfin right here, this is all the movies on that hard drive and the TV shows. There's Dr. House, Rick and Morty, The Boys, Gran Torino, more South Park. I'll be watching South Park. American Dad, The Sandman, the new Superman movie that just came out. Got that on there. In fact, if we go up and I look at movies, click on my movies section right here. I've got, let's see, batteries not included. That's funny. I've got that movie. Usually it tells me how many movies I got here. I think I've got something like 300 movies in this, and then 120 TV shows. That now keep in mind, all of this is locally hosted. Like, all of that's locally hosted. I don't have to use the internet for that server. It's all running off of this home lab right here that I've spent almost nothing on. So I don't need the internet to watch Netflix. I've built my own Netflix. In fact, it's better than Netflix because it's free. I can get the movies for free because I'm a pirate. Arr. And so I get the movies, I get the TV shows for free. And the software is free. It's open source. The only thing I paid for was the hardware, right? And like I said, this little computer, I got this $60 in Las Vegas off of Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, I'm all over that. This I got for $25, the Raspberry Pi. $25 off of Facebook Marketplace. This router is $30, and the hard drive I think was like 60 or 80. And if we're being completely honest, I would love to upgrade the hard drive. That is something that I know this hard drive isn't going to last forever. This is an HDD hard drive. It's one of the cheaper hard drives. Now they have SDDs, the solid state drives, and they just last a lot longer. I've had a lot of these crash out on me, and I've had to replace them, and I've lost my entire movie library and had to start all over, download everything all over again. But the Raspberry Pi is my new little fun thing to tinker with. You can do all kinds of things with them. They're a single board computer, and it's running Linux right now. And so the only thing that all of this system is really missing is a speaker, right? Well, the Chromecast can Bluetooth into any speaker, so so I can like just use my JBL speaker. I have a little JBL speaker, and that's what I watch TV with, man. I have the big TV if I need to. The speakers on that big TV aren't worth a shit. With the AC going, we figured this out not too long ago. With the AC going, you can't hear that TV. We had to Bluetooth the TV into my speaker and put it on the table. The cool thing about this server right here, with all the movies on it, if you guys can still see it, the cool thing about this is you could do this in your home with a computer that's laying around. You could do this anywhere. Personally, I'm doing it in my RV because I'm oftentimes in areas that don't have signal. There's no cell signal where I'm at, and I would still like to watch TV because it's not like I'm camping, you guys. I'm like at home. I'm chilling in my house. And sometimes I'd like to go to beautiful spots and be able to watch TV. So I just bring it all with me. I bring a whole Netflix server, and it's better than Netflix because, like I said, it's free, but you also get to curate whatever movies that you want. You don't have to just like get told what, here's your supply of movies. You're probably only gonna like 2 movies and maybe a couple of TV shows. I've watched almost everything on here, and I'm interested in the rest of it. I just haven't found the time to watch it. I got tons of stuff on here I've never seen. So anytime I'm stuck somewhere where I don't have signal, like zombie apocalypse style, you guys are going to be coming to me for entertainment. Trust. And Dave, if he was to hop onto my Wi-Fi signal, he would also be able to watch. Jay, I will put a new hard drive. This is a 4 terabyte hard drive and it's almost full. And I'd like to copy it onto a new hard drive and have some more space for more downloads. So they're kind of expensive, the solid state ones though, bro. Like that's why I don't have one. The SDDs, that's a HDD, and it's been working great for a while, but eventually it'll just die. You know what I mean? But you get to pick what TV shows and movies that you want on your stuff, and it's completely free. Like I was saying, Dave, if he was to hop onto my network, he would also be able to access this. I've made him his own account inside of Jellyfin in order for him to watch things. But let's say he's a little bit too far away and he can't reach my Wi-Fi signal, then I just give him this. This is a little tiny Wi-Fi router, right? It doesn't provide internet. You have to give it internet somehow, but it will create a Wi-Fi network. And I've had this set up as a repeater. So I can just give this to Dave. It plugs in off of a mini USB, tiny little USB right there. And it repeats my cell phone signal over there to where he's parked at, and he could watch anything on my server also. All of this running off of a Jackery. So I've been struggling with power because of this. This is something I'd like to have on most of the time, and I haven't been able to. So bro, this is a upgrade for me. This is gonna make my home lab's gonna improve. I'm also gonna be able to run my freezer, because I've got deep freezer here. That's gonna be very helpful. And then my cell phone, I'm gonna have better internet for my home lab. So I'm creating a little bit of a home lab inside of my RV, which I've never seen I've never seen that before. I've never seen anybody with a home lab in their house, in their RV. I've seen it in a house, but this is gonna be fun. So Dave's thing is like, he's a mechanic, right? Like he knows all that stuff. So when it comes down to like this tinkering with computers, that's where you get into, maybe I'm not an expert, but I know a thing or two. Like I can run a website right here in the RV. The only problem is, since my whole network's off of a cell phone, I really can't. I can't, like, you wouldn't be able to have access to my website. I can't host it here. But yeah, Jay, I will put it on my wish list. There is already a hard drive that I've had my eyeball on, and I'm just like, you know, I could upgrade, you know, my RV or something, or I can get a new hard drive. But there's also like the Raspberry Pi that I have. This is a little bit of an older one. They really shouldn't be very expensive. Like this thing right here. Whenever you see like homemade robots and stuff, it's usually made out of one of these. And these GPIO pins right here, you can hook all kinds of sensors to that. All kinds of sensors to it, including temperature sensors and things like that. I want to hook temperature sensors into that thing, and I want to have an onboard readout of the temperature in the RV, and I could put one outside. So that could be an indoor-outdoor temperature sensor, so I know how hot it is in here and outside. I could also, what else? You could do the sky is the limit with these things. It's pretty amazing. I could turn this old 90s RV into a smart RV. You know, smart blinds on the front and smart lights everywhere. With a little bit more tinkering, but for me, I'm always trying to do it on a budget. So that's a Raspberry Pi 3. The newest one is a Raspberry Pi 5. I think the Raspberry Pi 5 could run my server, my Jellyfin server, my like Netflix. I call it Zigflix. I think Raspberry Pi 5 could run that, but I'm not sure. I think it might have to stay on the mini PC. But yeah, I got all kinds of like, this is also another little router. Another thing that these routers do is, so I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile is my cell phone company. I'm on the Magenta plan, which is like right below the Platinum plan, right? It's almost the best plan they have. And I have a hotspot on my phone, right? They give me 100 gigs of hotspot. Maybe it's not 100 gigs. I think it's like 50 gigs of hotspot data every month. And I'll tell you what, I could use that 50 gigs. I could use that in a day or two, if we're being honest. If I'm downloading a lot of movies, like I've downloaded a terabyte of data in a month before. So These little boxes, they trick. I've got these programmed in a way where it tricks my cell phone company. They don't basically, it changes the time to live values in the packets of data that are traveling through it, which means that the cell phone company doesn't know that my hotspot's on. The smoke gave you mad energy. No, I'm just talking about something I enjoy. I like the computer gig, dude. That's my stuff. I got a home lab in here with Zigflix. That shit's fun. And it's honestly like hours and hours of coding to get this all squared away and downloading. That's my little hobby. I can hang screen inside trailer, make a mini cinema. Dude, yeah, I could if I had a projector. I don't exactly know where I would project it to, but I could plug the Chromecast into the projector and watch anything on the server as well. Also with that Raspberry Pi, you can turn it into a camera. There's little cameras that you can buy for it that are pretty good quality, actually. So I can create a security camera for my RV, and then get a VPN so I can tunnel into it and see the camera whenever I want. It's whack that it's structured that way because in summer I specifically use hotspot Wi-Fi all the time, so my device would not overheat. I could not use Zoom and cell data same time in one device. So yeah, what I do is like I've got my router up there, but this is also like it's a little tiny router, really a little travel router. But what I do is I'll turn the hotspot on to my phone, right? Hotspot's on. This thing picks up the hotspot and rebroadcasts it, and then all of my other devices get connected to this thing right here. So they're always connected to this. This may not always have signal until I turn the hotspot on, but all the packets of data run through this, and this changes the packets of data before they get to my phone, in order to trick the cell phone company. Because the way they track whether or not your hotspot's on, it's wild they still do this. It's been, 15, 20 years they've been doing this, and this is something that was beat, through one of these little boxes for, 15 years ago. And, so a lot of them still measure it that way. And, you can just get one of these little GLI net routers and Google how to do it, and it's actually quite simple. Zig talks nerd to me all day. Yeah, dude, I think I've seen Dave like doze off before on his I think I've seen Dave doze off while I'm like rambling at him about my server. Dude, I got a home lab and I'm in an RV. This is something like rich people do. Yeah, I don't mind if Dave pitches his wish list. He's definitely got one, but he doesn't have a channel. So he every once in a while will post his too while he's rolling with me. What's up, Rasta? We're trying to convince Dave to start a channel. But he hasn't yet. How you been, Rasta Billy? I'm just smoking on this vape pen. Dude, this vape pen, when I first hit it, it was turned up all the way, first of all. You can hear some motorcycle hauling ass down the highway. It was turned up all the way. When I first hit this vape pen, it tasted like fucking soap. I thought that was real strange. But when I turned it down, then it started tasting like raspberries. So, don't cook these too high. Chilling here in the Midwest by STL. That's St. Louis, right? You got that thing. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Ross, I don't know if you caught it, but we did replace Dave's plug today on his RV. So if you you can hang out with us now, but if later you want to rewatch it. And then I did an unboxing of some cool shit that I got sent to me, dude. One is the power cord for this. I haven't had the power cord for this in a long time, but this is a OTR Wii Boost. It's over the road Wii Boost. It's really made for like semi truck drivers. But it's just a cell phone signal booster to make your cell phone be able to pick up signal from much farther. I'm pretty stoked about this. This will be in by the end of the day because I need the power. So I'll have that plugged in. I don't know where I'm going to stick it though because it's got some 3M on there. And I want to make sure I plan it out. So that might just stay around for a minute before I stick it anywhere. But I'm going to have that hooked up. I got some bus bars right underneath me and a hole already in the wood here I'm sitting on. So I'll have outlets. Those are 12 volt outlets plus a couple of USBs and then USB and a Type-C on the backside. So that's freaking cool. I'm stoked about that. And I got the inverter today. The only other thing the RV really needs, that's left after all this gets hooked up, is going to be the propane. I got a crack in the, it's just, this RV's been sitting for a year. So the first time I drove it, everything was like, oh, but there was a crack in like a solid brass fitting on my RV. It's a piece that you attach an external tank to the RV. It cracked on the last drive, and I had a propane leak. So lost my propane fridge. Well, I didn't lose it, but I just lost the use of it because no propane. The propane's here, and the fridge sits right above it, and it's an open flame. So I just turned it all off. Thankfully, I've got a backup fridge in the van running off solar. I would like to, one of these days, pull this fridge out and pull that fridge in here. And it's like a chest cooler, a 12 volt chest cooler that it's not dual zone. It's either a fridge or a freezer. But if I put that where this is on a drawer, and then maybe above it, I can get another one of these days. And that could be my freezer. You know what I mean? One thing at a time. One thing at a time. But yeah, this what is it? Gugizmo? Gugizmo. Ugizmo. Oh man, I need glasses. Ugizmo. Is that backwards for you guys? Yeah, it's even got a fuse holder in it, an inline fuse holder, so you won't break anything. Slow, steady wins the race. That's how I gotta do everything, you know what I mean? It's nothing. They didn't build Rome in a day, and I do what I can with what I have. That's how I ended up with this, little home lab set up for under $100. I think maybe it might be like 150 that's spent there, but all of that was pieced together over years. The hard drive, I think I've had that the longest. So, yeah, you just do it what you can with what you have slowly as time goes on, and eventually Rome's built, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's wild. How did Rome get here? I remember back in my day. You guys got me for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to get out of here and then I'm going to eat some food. I don't know what I'm going to eat yet, actually. I have some eggs. I need to cook some eggs. I got a lot of eggs. I had 3 dozen eggs, and now I've got 2 dozen eggs, and I've got to eat more eggs. So I'll probably make breakfast for dinner today. And then after dinner, I'm hooking this up. That's what I'm going to do with my nighttime. Because I get a lot of motivation at night. It'll be 11 o'clock, and I'll be like, all right, time to do something with my day. You always catch the endings of my lives. Well, why is that? Why weren't you here sooner? You don't have your notifications turned on. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here now. I'll still stick around and burn with you here. Welcome to the live stream. You're going to like this live stream. You're going to want to rewatch this. live stream when I'm done. I'm just honestly in my head trying to figure out where, like, the wire's gonna go right underneath me here, but where am I gonna mount this? And I'm almost thinking up on this cabinet up here where this fan is, because I could go from underneath the seat and run it right up there and then stick it to the top and then have an outlet. That's an idea. I was gifted over 100 eggs. Me and Grok worked out a high protein meal plan. Grok tried to kill me with saying eat 16 eggs a day. I ate about 8 to 10 eggs a day though. It was good. Dude, I like eggs. You can put eggs in fucking anything. Like, it goes with everything. It goes with vegetables, with meat. Like, people put ketchup on eggs, barbecue sauce. Like, I don't know. I'm a pretty plain person. I like my eggs mostly plain, but I've had some pretty good doctored up eggs with chives and weird shit in it. But it goes with everything, dude. And there's some healthy stuff in eggs and some unhealthy stuff in eggs. But I did end up getting, 3 dozen eggs, and I've eaten a dozen already. I feel like it's been a week or so, but it's time to eat the rest. That's the other thing. Like, I can't buy a whole bunch of food all at once, because by the time I'm, getting down to the last bits, it's going bad. I don't have like a family to cook for. It's just me. I discovered I would actually eat more than once a day. Eggs, butter, salt, and small pan. Easy to eat food. Yeah, I be doing that stuff too. I'll throw some cheese in there, and I wrap it in tortilla, because then it's less dishes. Like, a tortilla is an edible plate. You just put your food on the tortilla, then you eat your food, and no dishes, because you ate your dish. You ate your plate. Yeah, really. The sun comes right through this window at this part of the day. It's the most obnoxious shit ever. You know what I mean? So tomorrow I'll be back though. Melinda, if you're still listening, if you didn't just take off because you caught the end of it, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be live streaming. If you turn your notifications on, I'm going to come back and we're going to install this inverter together. And tomorrow, this thing should already be installed by that point. Turder. So I'll have a couple of options of power, but we're going to wire this in tomorrow, and we're going to pray that it works. And eventually I might get a professional electrician to figure out how to get that part wired in, because this is like a professional wiring attachment, so you can wire AC power into like an RV specifically. That's kind of what that's for. And this already has an AC outlets already all over the place. So if I was to get this part wired into the system as well, then all my outlets would have power. There's already a way that that's been done underneath here, but it's been done wrong. And I'm not sure if that's what messed up my inverter or not, and I don't want to plug that wire back in. So I'm going to install that, and then I'm going to run my own extension cord to get, power to things. So this is a good live stream. Time for Platypus is awake. Time. Oh, you got to take off, don't you? Because you were just getting your day started. It was like 10:30 when we started. Glad you liked the live stream, though. If you got to take off, bro. I'll see you the next time. I'll be around tomorrow. It might be this late. I've basically, before I can really do a live stream, I've got to power all my stuff, right? Like, I usually wake up in the morning and, one of my Jackeries is charging, the other one's dead, and my phone's low. So I use the sun to charge everything up, so my live streams have been kind of later in the afternoon, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed my home lab. If anyone wants a home lab in their house, and a jellyfin server, and ad blocker, yeah, let me know. I'll build it for the low price of a lot of money. It'll be fun. I wish more nomads would get into tech, because there's a lot of things that you can do to make your adventure just a little bit more pleasurable or comfortable or whatever it might be. This is how I watch TV 90% of the time. I don't really pull up Netflix or Amazon, which is the only two I have. There's stuff on that is off of Paramount, off of HBO, off of Hulu. You know, all of the streaming platforms. I have them all mixed together on my own curated um, movies. So, you know, you could do that yourself too. I wish that more nomads would get into tech. So I'm actually considering. I would have to like first build a little studio in here somehow to make it look nicer than me walking around an old 90s RV. But I would like to do a channel, maybe a whole new channel, maybe just a playlist on this channel, but just Nomad Tech, Nomad Technology. And eventually I'm going to turn that Raspberry Pi into a retro gaming little system so I can play Nintendo again because I miss Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Those are the time of real games, dude. It wasn't all just online gaming. It was they were creative with their games. So, anyways, thanks for being here, you guys. I'm gonna get some food in me and watch a movie and then hook this stuff up. I will see you tomorrow. I appreciate this care package so much, dude. My quality of life is gonna get significantly better because of it. So I'm very, very grateful. And it's an upgraded inverter too compared to my last one. So this is just a win all around. I'm really really grateful. So thanks, dude. That was pretty sick of you. Until next time, everyone. Miles of smiles.